like this one. Mine are a bit longer because I made them today. And you should have a piece of cardboard for your template. Okay? You're also going to need your sketches, your foil pot sketches, which look like this, and they should be finished. Those are the 3 things you need, as well as your pencil. First step is going to be taking that piece of cardboard, lining it up top and bottom, right along the edge, and vertically, you are going to draw a line. This piece of cardboard is 1 inch wide. So the purpose of this is you are making vertical 1-inch columns. Okay, you're going to do this all the way across, ensuring that you're lining it up every time so that the lines are straight, and you're going to end up with columns. One side of your template may be a little bit smaller and not have enough space for a final column. That is okay. So when you're finished, it should look something like this. I'm going to come around while you guys are doing that. Just make sure everybody's got it. Careful when you're doing that. Yeah. You're doing this too. Also this. You're not doing this right here. Focus on this right here. Focus on this right here. You can come back to this. I just want you to make the columns. Okay. Make sure you're holding it so it doesn't wiggle. Make sure you're holding it so it doesn't wiggle. Alright, what I'm going to ask you to do is actually the same thing, because we're going to need a couple of these for people who weren't here, just the grids. So I'm going to take these. You're going to follow along with my little, yeah, exactly. Here's one of the things. Use a pencil just in case you make a mistake. And I'm going to give you a couple stacks to work on. But we're going to need a couple. Oh, I have a pencil. Here you go. Good. Focus on what you're doing. Yes. Yes. Got it? Yes. Okay. I think everybody's got that first step. Does anyone need more time on that? Okay. Second step. The same strip you're going to take, line it up horizontally this time, because we're making a grid. And you're doing the same thing, making horizontal lines that go down your vertical right now because of the way I'm drawing it, but it's going to be horizontal for me in the end. Make sure the lines are as straight as you can make them. That's why you have the straight edge. So line it up. When you're finished, it's going to look like a grid. Okay, stop. So I can see that you're using it a little bit incorrectly, but I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? What you're going to do, when you draw your line, the next line that you draw, you're going to line straight up with the line. See that? Draw the next one. I could tell you weren't doing that with the other side. Yeah. Because the spaces are not identical. Okay. So make sure. I'm going to do the vertical line before the other one. Good. So your lines should be identical in size or in width. side, on this side. Your horizontal was good. They were pretty good. Okay, this is do it on the other side again. That's okay. No, this is great. It's okay that this is small. I'll show you. It's okay. That's okay. Just do that. All right. Right. All right. Now, this is the part that gets a little bit more challenging because you have to make sure you've got it situated correctly. So at the top of mine and on the left side, you can see that the lines are smaller, the spaces are smaller, right? We're going to make that the outside. Whether it's on the right or the left, it doesn't matter. These little boxes, I want you to put X's in the ones across the top, like that. And I want you to number from the bottom to the top on the short side. So I have this little short side over here, so I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in the box or the row that there's nothing, I'm going to put X's in that one too. So in the end, I have 2 sets of boxes at the top because 9 is as tall as you can go. So those boxes don't matter. But on the left side, I have the numbers. Or on the right side, it depends on which side your short side was on. Does that make sense? Because it might be different. I'm going to come and look and make sure. Well, it depends how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This is 9 right here. So then you should be ready. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, 10 you don't need anything. I just put X's in those. All right. Now you're going to grab your sketches, which you're not going to do this part. This is all I want you to do. It's just that. So then do more of them with, huh? Am I doing the numbering? Nope, you don't have to do that part. Okay. So now I have my coil pot planning. So I have my final coil pot planning sheet. I'm using this one. This is the one I'm going to do. So I'm going to find the center and I'm going to fold it in half. Then I'm going to orient it so that it matches my template. So my X's and my numbers should be on the left side for both my small one and my big one. Does that make sense? So they match now. If it's the other way around, you have to flip it so it matches. Flip your paper, not your cardboard. Does that make sense? These two should match. So if you don't have your sketches done at this point, you are just watching, you are not doing. If you have a phone out, put it away. All right. So now I'm literally drawing exactly what's in my boxes. So you made a grid. You are following the same grid. I have a grid that's 3 wide and 9 high. My top is 9. So I'm going to look at the top. I was 1.5 inches from the center. I'm going to make a dot. I go in to 1 box wide. I'm going to make a dot there. I go out to 2 inches wide. And then I go out a little bit further, and that's my furthest section out. So then I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to make a dot at the bottom. My bottom is 2 inches wide, or 1 inch from the center. I have my dots, just like we did when we did our sketches. Now I'm just going to connect them. So now my sketch on my template, as well as my final sketch, they are the same. They're identical, right? The next step, I'm going to wait till everybody's eyes are up, so finish your drawing. Did I get it? Oh, one more person. Here, please. Okay, so the next step, or rather first thing you're going to do for cutting, okay, if your piece is, make sure I check in with you first. You're going to cut straight across the top. We don't need that top section. This can be thrown out. That's garbage. We don't need that. However, both halves of this you need to keep. You need both. So when you cut, you're going to cut down and on the line without taking your scissors off the cardboard. Okay? Down the line, no break in your cutting, no cutting outside the line, just one cut. Does that make sense? All one cut. So when you're finished, you can actually take that piece and see roughly your shape. So this is what mine would look like. Okay? You only need to keep these two pieces. There's another step that's important, so just wait and I'm going to explain the next step. First, make sure your name is on both of those parts. Next, they're both going to go in your bag at the end of class today. Make sure they do. Then, in your sketchbook, you're going to take the coil pot shape. You're going to line it up with the bottom and the side of the next available page in your sketchbook, and you're going to trace it. Does anyone know why I might ask you to do this? Yes, exactly that. It is impossible to recreate the same exact shape. Again, it's going to be a little different if you have to remake it, unless, A, you have this piece. That's why we're keeping this cardboard piece. But let's say you lose both parts. It's been known to happen. Your sketchbook is always going to be on your shelf. So you're going to have this copy. We can cut this out and we can trace it, and then you'll have another copy of your template. Does all of that make sense? Tomorrow when you come into class, the way you're going to turn all this in is you're going to take a picture of the page just like this. So I can see that you have the outside of your template, the inside of your template, and you traced it into your sketchbook. If you do all of those things, you followed all the rules, you're going to get all the credit for having your template. Tomorrow during class, we're going to go over movement, and you guys are going to learn how to create a design for your surface design on your final piece. We have to do that first before we begin, because remember, our clay is going to dry, and we don't want it to dry while we're developing our idea. So we're going to do the idea first, then we're going to start probably middle of this week. All right? If you don't have any questions, you have the remainder of the period to do those things. When you're finished, you're looking for a quote or a poem or a phrase you want to use for the written part of your design. Okay? Tomorrow you're going to write that down for me. We're going to check.